And it also has given my children a chance to realize that the world doesn't revolve around you, even if you think it does. Even if your life is going great, and you think all of your relationships are intact, all the people you know are great, God can take that away in a heartbeat. And it's His privilege to do that. And there's not any reason to be mad or angry about that, because the really great news is God will provide for you no matter what. So I'm not afraid to die. I'm not afraid to take a step back. I did that. Take another step back, because I know God will be there. I know He'll take care of my children. I have a son, John, and his wife who live in Singapore. God's in Singapore too. He can take care of Caroline and her husband, Matt, and their daughter, Lydia. When they go to Japan, God's in Japan too. So that'll be fine. And I see my brother-in-law there, he's sitting on the front row smiling. And I have to tell you, there's not any one person anymore that makes me happier than to see Larry. Because Larry can take care of situations that are terrible. He was the person who came and told me my husband died in a car wreck. And he can watch over the family, and he can pull all the threads together to make it all work again. So you don't have to be fearful of terrible things that are going to happen to you in the future. Even if terrible things do happen to you in the future, you have to remember that God is there, and He's bigger than the terrible things that happen, and He can make them better. And that's what I want you to remember today. It's not a great thing that I have a brain disease. It is a weird thing, but that's the way it is. And I have less than a year to live. The prospects of that are not great. Probably won't be able to talk very well. Probably won't be able to move very well. Won't be able to see anything. But that doesn't mean it's terrible, because God provides ways for you to be blessed even when your life is very, very hard. And I'm thankful that God has given me the privilege to be able to come and speak before you today. Believe it or not, I've actually been praying for a few years about an opportunity to speak at chapel. I have no idea why I'm going to do that, but I've been praying for a way to speak at chapel, and I needed to have a forum or something that was important that I could say so it would make a difference. And I think I finally found it. So I want you to remember all the people that you know that are ill, and try to think of them not to feel sorry for them. That is the last thing I want you to do. But to be a friend to them. To do things that can make their life a little bit easier, like coming over and talking to them, holding on to their hand when they're walking along the way, things like that. The last thing I'd like to say is, no matter what your life is like, whether it's short or whether it's long, I would encourage you to live your life well, to live it as well as you can. Kids make mistakes, grown-ups make mistakes, but there's not a mistake that you can't get past if you pray and ask God to help you do that. He'll do that, and it's His pleasure to do that. There were a couple of Bible verses that stood out for me, and I wanted to share them with you. 2 Corinthians 5:7 says, "For we live by faith, not by sight." It's a really good thing that we live by faith. Sight isn't always so good, so that's good. And Romans 10:17 says, "Faith comes from hearing the message, and the message is heard through the word about Christ." I told you, you're right. But that's a really good thing too. We have to hold on to our faith. If you didn't hold on to your faith, you would have nothing to hold on to. And nothing is not very good. You don't need to be a scholar to understand the Bible. You don't have to have a lot from the Bible to be able to trust and understand God and to have a relationship with God. You simply talk to Him. Sometimes I can't do much else but talk, or maybe not even talk with my mouth. No, I can talk in my head, and God God listens no matter what I say, whether it's stupid, whatever it is.